Thank you for joining me for our Yin Asana practice today. Please like this video if you enjoy this practice. Today our focus is mindful meditation, moving meditation as we rest in that state of being, that state of beingness, rather than that state of static thinking. They're two very different states of being, kind of like air and water. So we're going to be moving out of the air, all the diversions and distractions of the mind, and we're going to be moving into the water, into that deep state of beingness. So let's begin. And remembering this is your practice, at any time you can come out of any pose. If you have any pain, please back off and rest. And Yin Asana is a little slower, and we'll be holding the poses a little longer. So let's go into our centering, feeling that earth underneath you, gently closing the eyes and diving the awareness and the energy and your attention inward into your own being, your own heart. And breathing into the belly, this deep abdominal breathing. And acknowledging that support of the earth, supporting your physical life, your physical body, partnership, the earth and gravity, keeping you safe on the planet. And taking this moment to just check in with yourself. Checking in first with your physical body, just scanning the physical body and just noticing without any judgment, without it having to or needing to change anything. Just noticing sensation. You don't even need to describe it, just noticing what you're feeling in your body. How does it feel to sit in your physical body? And moving into the emotional landscape, noticing your emotions. Again, not judging whatever's there, not needing to change anything, and not even going into describing. Dive into the felt sense. Just feel whatever is there, feeling it fully. Bring it on. Keeping the breath in the belly. Breathing through the nose if you can. And diving now into inner aliveness, pratyahara, inner sensations. Become more intimate with this inner being, this indweller, this aliveness within you. You may feel your heart beating inside your chest, and that beautiful heart pulsing, expanding throughout your whole body out to the fingertips and the toes. You may feel warmth or tingling. Notice what you're feeling inside. Taking a moment to send that inner intelligence, that inner energy, that indweller within you, love and appreciation. Sending your heart love and appreciation. Sometimes we move so fast in life and we're so busy, we don't take time to bring the attention inward to the intelligence that's animating the body, keeping it alive. And taking this moment now to set an intention for yourself and for your life. It could be for this practice or for this day, for this week, for this year. It could be a lifetime intention. Whatever is inspiring you that you'd like to create for yourself. Repeat that silently to yourself, always in the positive and as if it already exists, present tense. I invite you to also feel the emotions this intention will bring or brings, because we're in the present moment. And feel that and state that into your consciousness now. And send that intention out to the universe with the this or better, this or better, this or better. And you can gently opening up your eyes, coming back. Let's begin opening up the neck, some gentle neck rolls. So just taking the chin and bringing it in towards the chest, gently feeling a nice stretch on the back of the neck, breathing into the belly. We're basking in this state of being, so we're noticing this and begin to do some gentle rolls, nice and slowly. And as you do that, notice the sensations, bring in your awareness to the neck, to the sensations. And if your mind goes into thinking and thoughts, we're just going to bring it back to the sensations in the body or the breath in the belly for our anchor. Keeping the breath flowing. Staying connected to that inner being. Let's go the other direction. Is there ever a spot that has some extra sensation? You want to just massage a little to stay there and rock the head back and forth to massage those spots. And coming back to center with the chin in towards the chest, opening up the back of the neck and bringing the head back up. Beautiful. I want to do one little exercise for you to just create a little distinction between our being in the thinking mode and the being mode. So I'd like you to just take right now, just think about what you need to do today, things that you have to accomplish, um, maybe things that are concerning you, things you're excited about, anything. Just start to think about everything that you need to do, your to-do lists, your grocery lists, what you need to do at work, maybe some concerns with relationships or work or family, and just take a moment to go into that thinking mode and think about that for a minute. And then you can complete that review of the day in the thought sphere. And now what I'd like you to do is to go into the state of being. So we're going to focus on the sounds in our space as we dive our energy and awareness into our hearts and enter into a space of silent stillness. And we're going to be really alert to any sounds. We're going to be listening to these sounds not only with our ears, but with our heart. And if thoughts come in, we're going to just let them know kindly, let them know you've had your moment in the sun, and now we're going to have this moment resting in the heart, basking in the nectar of our being, noticing the sounds around us, these sensations. So closing the eyes, resting deeply in the heart, finding that silent, alert, present state where we're just basking in the nectar of our being, and we're alert to whatever sounds may arise. And we're breathing, so we're aware of our breath, and we're aware of the sounds that arise. Very alert. And take a few moments here. Keeping that breath flowing, alert awareness of the sounds. Nothing else exists. Distant sounds, loud sounds, subtle, quiet sounds. Breathing in the belly, basking in the nectar. And taking a deep breath and coming back. So hopefully you noticed a subtle difference between being in that meditative state, that mindful state, that state of being, and that more static state of thinking in the thought sphere and the thought disturbances and just the thought energy, whether they're exciting thoughts or disturbing thoughts. They're two very different states. And so we're going to practice during this Yin Asana being in this state of being as a moving meditation. So we're going to bring the hands to the knees and we're going to begin to make some circles. And taking our time, this is Yin Asana, we're slowing the mind down so we can notice far more. We have to slow down in order to be in that state of being. So we're going to breathe through the belly, make sure the breath is moving in the body. And we're moving in this moving meditation, noticing the sensations in the body. Aware of the breath. We can even be alert to any sounds that are around. And let's go the other direction. Noticing the sensations in the body. And if thoughts come in, just bring your awareness back to the sensations in the body, resting in that state of being. Bringing all our awareness to these beautiful sensations in the body. And coming back to center, Beautiful job. Let's move into a little bit of cat-cow. So I'm going to be moving into my cow now as I arch my back and open my chest, lift the head a little bit, extension of the spine. And then I move into cow as I round that back, bring the head looking in towards the thighs and the belly. I like to exhale in the cat, and that's flexion, and inhale into cow, extension. And finding your own pace, just moving back and forth and moving back into that mindful meditation, moving slow and bringing all the awareness to the sensations in your body. Keeping the breath flowing, fully present to your body, physical, energetic sensations. I'm going to do one more cat and one more cow. And coming back up to center. And I'm going to bring the hands overhead, and I'm going to take my left hand and hold my right wrist and move and open up this side body. So bringing the hands over to the left, opening up this right side body. And breathing, feeling that real beautiful opening. And then gently going over to the other side and doing it a couple times at your own pace. And bringing that meditative awareness of the sensations, the breath, basking in that nectar, alert. Mind is silent. It's focused on the sensations. And if you move into thought and thinking, just dismiss it gently and kindly and bring yourself back to this state of being. Alert awareness of the sensations and the breath through your body. Fully present to the self, quieting the mind, stilling, and slowing down. Slowing down so you can be more observant, more present, more grounded. There's nowhere to go and nothing to do but be here now. And coming back up to center. Beautiful job. We're going to move into a gentle twist here. So we're going to take the right hand and put it on the mat back behind the right buttocks. I'm going to take the left hand and bring it onto my right knee. And inhale, lengthening up. And then exhale, a nice gentle twist to gaze out over that right shoulder. Gentle, slow breaths, noticing sensation. Fully present. Every exhale, see if you can twist a little bit deeper. Releasing that knee, releasing the hand. Let's do a little micro movement to the other side. Counterbalance, and then let's set up for the other side, taking the left hand by the left buttocks, rooting that into the earth, and then taking the right hand onto the left knee, Inhaling as you lengthen. And exhale, twist to gaze out over the left shoulder. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, twist. Inhale, lengthen. And twist. And a couple more breaths on your own. Present to the breath and sensation. Moving meditation. And gently coming back to center. Beautiful job. And let's bring those feet together in our butterfly, our Baddha Konasana. Wrapping the hands around the feet. Open those feet up like a book. And we'll do a gentle flapping of those butterfly wings. You can imagine you're a butterfly soaring across a beautiful landscape, your favorite type of landscape. And breathe, noticing sensation. And beginning to slow those wings down to a stop. And we're going to inhale as we lengthen the spine. Feel it stretch up towards the sky. And on the exhale, we can engage the bandha, the mula bandha, the pelvic floor, and then hinging forward at the hips. Feeling a nice gentle opening. We're in this moving meditation, so we're alert to all the sensations in the body, where the body is. When you get to your edge, just remaining in this beautiful forward fold, keeping the spine straight. We're not going to round the spine. And just breathe and be present in this beautiful hip opener. And all your awareness to the breath and sensation. One more nice, deep, slow breath. Maybe see if you can hinge a little deeper in your hips. And on your next inhale, coming up to center. Allowing the mind to be still. There's nowhere to go and there's nothing to do. This hour on the mat is for you to be present with yourself, quiet, and rest in that meditative state of being. And so we're going to come now into a child's pose. You can open up the knees, and if you'd like to, you can put a cushion back here behind the buttocks. Sometimes people like to put a cushion in the front here between the knees. I like to open up the knees enough so that when I rest down into my child's pose, I can allow the belly and the chest to just rest between the knees. And you can have the hands either extended out or alongside the body. We're just going to take a few breaths resting in child's pose, basking in that nectar, that state of being, noticing sensation and being very aware of the breath, fully present and alert to the breath and sensation. And if thoughts come in, we just dismiss them and come back into that state of beingness, that state of meditation. Couple more breaths as you rest, sending your heart love, basking in that heart, in that nectar. And on your next inhale, coming up, you're going to bring the hands in front of us. Remove your cushion, your block if you had one. And we're going to come forward into a beautiful up dog, but we're going to allow the thighs to rest on the mat. Arms are strong under the shoulders, and we're holding the body up with the arms, feeling that nice back bend. We're going to inhale here, noticing sensations. Exhale. Nice deep inhale. And on the next exhale, we're going to hinge back into a gentle child's pose. We may not go all the way into it. We're going to begin to flow really slowly, nice and slowly, from child's pose to up dog. Feeling that nice stretch on the back in child's pose. Nice and slowly, finding your own pace. Alert and aware of all the sensations. A moving meditation. Bringing the mind alert and present. Basking in that nectar, noticing the sensations of the movement. Nice deep inhales into your up dog and exhales into down dog. And you may have a breath in between because we're moving so slow, and that's okay too. Fully present to the body and the sensations. Keeping the breath flowing. You want to add a few little spontaneous movements as you go that might create more sensation. Feel free to do that. Feeling those hands rooted into the earth and knees. The strong arms. Fully present to yourself. Sensation. The body, the breath. Moving slow, consciously, mindfully, and aware. And next time you go back into child's pose, allow yourself to go all the way back into child's pose, and we'll take a few breaths here. Just basking in our own self-love, bringing love into the heart, present to the breath, mindful meditation. On the next inhale, coming up. And we're going to bring the feet out. And we're going to move into a nice little forward fold. I'm going to bring the legs a little wider apart. Just to create a little gentler forward fold for our yin practice. So we like to inhale, lengthening the spine. And then exhale, hinging at the hips. Hinging forward at the hips. And find that edge. You'll hinge to a place where the back leg muscles will say, that's probably good enough. And then allow the spine to round. Bring the hands down to the earth. And allow the head to look in towards the mat. Just relax in this forward fold for a few breaths. Feeling the sensations in the body. Moving in meditation today. In mindfulness. In stillness. Breathing and observing sensation. Enjoying being present in your body. Maybe you can hinge a little deeper. And I invite you now, if you want to go to one side or the other, coming to one leg or the other, and just allowing yourself to be into a nice forward fold on this side. You can flex and extend that foot for a little more sensation. Keeping your focus on the breath and sensation, fully present, basking in being, basking in the nectar, slowing everything down. Nice deep flowing breaths, slow breaths, no rush. You can't be present and in a hurry. So we're just here now, noticing the sensations. Alert, present. And going to the other side, nice and slowly, moving over, moving consciously over to the other side, noticing sensation as you move over to that other side. Nice and slowly, slowing the breath down, allows the mind to slow down. Again, if you'd like to do a little flexing and extending of that foot, you can. If that feels right for you, you don't need to. Resting on this other side, breathing, relaxing, fully present to sensation, basking in meditative state of being. And let's take our time moving back into the middle. And then gently and kindly coming up. Beautiful job. And we're going to bring those legs together. Let's bring the knees up and scoot up a little further closer to the front of your mat. We're going to gently come down onto our backs. Nice and slowly. We're going to move into a supported bridge. So we're going to take that cushion, or you can use a block, and we're going to lift the buttocks up, and we're going to bring that block right under the sacrum. And rest that sacrum down onto our cushion or our block. A real gentle, slight back bend. I invite you to take the hands a little further away from the body, the feet a little further away from one another. You can drop the knees together to rest, palms up. We're going to take several breaths just resting in this beautiful supported bridge. Bringing our awareness to the breath, to sensation, slowing everything down, and resting in alert awareness and meditation, basking in that state of being. Finding that deep inner peace and even bliss from just simply the breath, fully present to the breath and sensation. Nice, slow, deep breaths. Few more breaths. Resting in alert awareness, basking in the breath and sensation, fully present. How alert to the breath can you be? And one more breath. Let's Bring those feet back to hip width for a moment. Lifting those hips up and removing your support. It was a block or a cushion or a blanket. Let's move just nice and slowly now into flowing movement, mindful meditative movement. We rest our back down onto the earth and then pressing into the feet and gently moving the back up into a slight back bend. And on the next exhale, coming back down. And we want to roll back down from those upper thoracic vertebrae down to the lower. Allow the sacrum and the tailbone to relax. And pressing into the feet and lifting up again. Just a gentle movement. We're not going into a back bend, just a very slight bridge. Moving, inhaling up and exhaling down, coming down on the spine like a string of pearls, one at a time from the upper to the lower. Making sure that sacrum releases as well. And then pushing back up. Find your pace here, just a nice, slow, gentle movement. Fully present to the breath, the movement, and sensation. Basking in the nectar. Very conscious of the movements and sensations. Feeling the feet press into the earth as you lift the hips. Feel that slight back bend, all the sensations in your body. And then feel each vertebra as you come down, one at a time. As your back connects to the earth. And one more time. Once you've come all the way down and the sacrum and the tailbone have relaxed, let's bring both knees into the chest and hug those knees and very gently rocking back and forth mindfully, staying in that meditative state, the breath flowing, alert to sensation in the breath, this present moment, slowing everything down. We're going to bring the legs up the wall now. So we're going to take a few moments. If you have a wall or a back of a bed, a door, you're going to scoot the butt as close to the wall as comfortable. Just bring those legs up the wall. And then you may want to bring the butt and the buttocks a little closer to the wall. Mine is touching the wall right now. And you can rest the hands to the side or maybe on your belly. And just enjoy this nice inversion, allowing the wall to do the effort of keeping your legs up so you don't. And you can bring all your energy inward in that meditative state, aware of the breath and sensation, bringing your awareness deeply within. basking in the inner aliveness, the inner nectars. There's several breaths here. You give these legs and the veins a beautiful vacation. Fully present to the breath, the body, sensations, resting in that silent meditative stillness. Couple more breaths here. One more breath. Fully present to this breath. Beautiful job. We're going to scoot that butt out just a little bit. Find the place where we're going to do a pigeon on the wall. Sally showed us this last night. I'm so excited about it. So we're going to take one foot. I'm taking my left foot right now, and I'm going to bend the knee and have the left foot resting on the wall. I'm going to take the right leg. I'm going to scoot out a little bit more for myself. Take the right leg, rest the right ankle on the left knee in a nice supported pigeon. And you can move the leg that's on the wall up or down a little. Moving it down sometimes creates a little more of a hip opener. And resting in this nice supported pigeon, gentle hip opener for a few breaths. Moving meditation as we are resting in this beautiful pose, bringing all our awareness to the breath and the sensations in the body, fully present and alert. Nice, slow, deep breaths. present and alert. In the body and the fascia, time to release and relax. Fascia here. Couple more breaths. Alert to the breath and sensation. Thought arises, just kindly dismiss it. Tell it you will be back and dive back into present moment awareness. Breath and sensation rooted deeply within. One more breath. Beautiful job. And we're going to switch legs. So I'm going to take my right foot, because my left foot was there before, onto the wall. And I'm going to rest this left ankle on the right leg. And moving that right leg to a place that works for me. I like to bring it down a little low to create a little more sensation here. And we're going to bring the breath in. Nice, slow, deep breaths. As we notice sensations, fully alert to the breath in the body and sensations. Slowing everything down. Nice, slow, deep breaths. And be like the sloth, Cindy's sloth. Couple more breaths here. One more breath. When you're done releasing that leg, and let's bring the knees into the chest. Gentle rocking back and forth. As we release and relax that lower back. We're going to come back onto our backs, stay on our backs, back onto the mat. We're going to do nice gentle twist. So I'm going to take my left leg straight out, Come up onto that left side just a little. Keep that spine neutral, bringing the right knee over to the left. Left hand guiding the right knee over. Find your edge, gentle edge, joint sensation. Right hand is going to extend out to my side, and I'm going to turn my head to gaze out over the right fingertips. We're just going to rest in this beautiful, nice, deep supine twist for several breaths. Mindful, basking in that state of being, basking in that inner aliveness, that inner nectar. Nice, deep, slow breaths. Releasing the knee, gently coming back. So we're flat on the back. We're going to switch legs. So I'm going to take that right leg up. The left leg up. Extend the right leg out now. Coming up onto that right side just an inch. Keep that spine neutral. Taking the left knee over to the right. Right hand guiding the left knee over. And the left arm extended out 90 degrees, turning the head to gaze out over the left fingertips. Nice deep breaths. Relaxing into this nice deep twist, fully present to the sensations in the body and the breath. Nothing else exists. Slow, deep breaths. Few more breaths. One more breath. And releasing that left leg, coming back to center. And let's bring those knees into the chest to release the lower back. Nice little counter pose. And then bringing those feet up, bringing the hands to the outside of the feet, and let's just move into happy baby, rolling around and kicking around, enjoying the movement, the sensation, keeping the breath flowing. Doing what feels good, what feels fun, honoring the body. Keeping that breath flowing, moving meditation. Slowing everything down and allowing this slow, present state to be with us all day today. Not just on the mat, but we'll take it off the mat too. And releasing the legs, bringing the feet down to the mat, knees are up, and we're going to move into our releases. Our hula is our first release. And we're going to keep the back rested on the earth. Nothing lifts up off the earth. We're just going to swivel these hips. So find your hips. We're going to swivel the right hip down towards the right heel nice and slowly. Left hip is coming up towards the left armpits, just reaching in those directions. And then swiveling in the other direction. So the right hip is coming up towards, reaching up towards the right armpit, and the left hip is reaching down towards the left heel. Sacrum is flat on the earth, nothing moves up, just swiveling those hips in our beautiful hula. Noticing the sensation, moving slow enough. These are slow movements, so you can really notice sensations and be present. Keeping the breath flowing. Staying in that alert, meditative state as you bring all your awareness to breath and sensation in the hula. And coming back to center. And move into hip pointers. So I'm going to root this right hip into the earth and my right buttocks into the earth as I lift just this left hip and point it up towards the sky. It'll be a little diagonal. And releasing it down. Then I'm going to root this left buttocks and hip into the earth as I lift and point the right hip up towards the sky, adding a very gentle twist, and continuing on your own pace, your own rhythm for hip pointers, breathing and bringing your awareness to breath and sensation. Nice and slow breath and movements. And one more time on either side. And coming back to center. We're going to move into a little cat-cow on the supine position. So feeling that cat as you press the small of the back into the earth, tuck the tailbone under, and then feeling our cow, our extension of the spine as you arch that lumbar spine up off the earth, sticking the tailbone into the earth. Moving back and forth in cat, our flexion of the spine, and cow extension. Nice and slowly. Moving into meditation, moving meditation. Breath and sensation of the focus. One more time on each side. And coming back to center. We're going to keep those knees up. We're just going to walk those feet further apart, maybe about the wide edges of the mat. Then we're going to drop one knee at a time into the center, single knee drop. Noticing sensation, fully present to the breath. You can use your Ujjayi breath. One more time on each side. And coming back to center. Knees are up, walking the feet together. Let's drop both knees over to one side or the other. And go into double knee. And you can either windshield wiper those knees back and forth. And you can bring the top knee up, bringing it over nice and gently to the other side, allowing the bottom knee to follow till they're both stacked on the other one side. And continuing lifting the top knee up and allowing the bottom to follow. Bringing in the breath, fully present to sensation. One more time on each side. And when you're done, coming back to center and bringing those knees into the chest for a final release and relaxation of that lower back. Gentle rocking back and forth. And coming into your Savasana pose, resting the legs out. You may want a blanket for yourself. I like to bring the arms and legs a little wider outside the body. Flop those feet out, palms up, and allow the body to sink into the earth. Feel that support of the earth. You're supported, you're safe. Your body resting in the earth. Relaxing all the systems of the body. The bones and skeletal system, the lungs and respiratory system, the heart and circulatory system, every system of the body, all the muscles and the muscular system, the endocrine system and all the glands, the organ of the skin, the digestive system, stomach and intestines. And relaxing the brain and the spinal column and the entire nervous system. And allowing the entire body and all the systems to relax deeply into silence for a short, beautiful integration in Savasana. Taking a nice deep breath into the belly as you begin to come back. Beginning to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Stretching out the arms and the legs. When you're ready, rolling over to one side or the other. Taking a breath here. And then coming up to a seated position. And taking this moment now to check in with yourself again, the physical body, the emotional landscape, maybe even noticing some shifts when you checked in at the beginning of practice. and the inner aliveness, the inner energies. Take this moment to bring yourself back to your intention that you set at the beginning of practice, feeling those emotions. And we'll conclude with a namaste. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, light, truth, and peace. When I am in that place in me, and you are in that place in you, we are one. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for Ecstatic Yoga Yin Asana. I am Grace, wishing you a beautiful and blessed day.